Good morning, Sunshine Nation. It's your girl, Sunshine, coming to you live and in color, giving you all my hats of womanhood and always bringing you the sunshine. How y'all doing on this winning Women Wednesday? I'm out and about, so if you hear cars passing in the background, I'm taking Willow for a walk, our early morning walk, and just, freeing my mind. I love to walk. It gives me peace. And then this morning, you know how like you get up in the morning and you like in a good mood and you vibed out and you just, you know, and here come that devil trying to distract you. So this is what happened this morning, y'all. So I'm in the process of moving in my new mobile home, and I had to get plumbing work done, right? So I was all over looking around for people, to do the plumbing, and I found one on Google in our local area, and he was reasonable because that can cost anywhere from I want to say like $25 to $5,000. It just all depends on all what you need. If you have a septic tank, if you don't, blah blah blah, all that. So I found a guy to do everything for $1,600, but I had to buy the piping and stuff. I'm like, okay, cool. So I got all the piping, got everything he needed. He started on March the 31st, mind you, right? And he finished up last week. I can't remember the date. So I get a call Saturday that water is gushing from my mobile home. Behind $1,600 and all the supplies, I shouldn't have a pin drop a leak. So I called the guy back. He was like, I'm gonna come out Monday. Um, you have warranty for up to a year, all this stuff. Today is Wednesday and I haven't heard from him. Mind you, he is a licensed plumber, good review on Google and all that good stuff. But I'm just so pissed off because like I'm ready to get in, get moving, but you have to take care of all that stuff before you can, get your water and, you know, get everything rolling. Get the ball rolling. So it just aggravated me because I called this morning, called him again this morning. Now he's not answering my calls. So it just kind of pissed me off. Like literally, like just put me in a bad mood. And I'm like, I was just like, ugh. But again, God convicted me in that moment. And his words to me was, patience is virtue. I was like, God, you're right. Because I ride and pray and talk all the time, y'all, because you just get aggravated, especially when most of the time, how I see it, when a guy is dealing with a woman, they already jack up the prices anyway. And then I don't know a lot about plumbing, but I know a little something to know that I shouldn't have now one leak, especially on a new mobile home with new parts. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, he convicted me and just said patience is virtue. So I immediately just calmed down. I took a deep breath. But when I thought about it just now, I got all heated again, y'all. Woo! I'm just ready to go home, y'all. I know y'all can understand that. So that was the little dilemma that tried to sneak up on me this morning and ruin my day. But taking this little walk gonna kind of help me get back right. Um, but it's Winning Wednesday, and so on Winning Wednesdays, I come on all my social media platforms, and I either post or say something to inspire your day. Um, and the thing that I was thinking about this morning as I was riding is, well, no, I'll say this. I get questions a lot about my career, starting off as a new entrepreneur, and all that good stuff. So one question was, how does it feel to now be an entrepreneur and not in the professional world? So for all those who don't know, I graduated in 2008 from Southeastern Louisiana University in social work. Love social work. I received the child welfare grant, and my internship was pretty much free. So I got a chance to work in field before I actually got started on, which was pretty cool because you learn a lot. So, and I worked in field for about 8 years. Loved it. I worked as a child welfare worker, um, RSW at first, and then you stage up. And I liked it, but it also has its pros and its cons. I like working with children and families and helping them better their lives. Um, that's the easy part. But then it's also politics within the work arena, or should I say systematic racism, that I didn't like. And when I was working in field, there's certain things that you have to be very assertive about. You can't talk about. You can't talk about your cases, and I get all that stuff. That's no problem. But again, where I'm from, it's a small community, so everybody knows everybody. It was times numerous cases had to be denied by me because I knew the family or they knew me, and that's against the ethics code of ethics. You can't know anybody that know of them or know them working in the case, and that's fine. So it brought me to the very first case that I had during my internship, guys. And I'm gonna tell you this quick story right quick. So my very first case on my first day of working with family services, I got a case with 7 kids, ranging from age 13 to age 1, all steppers, right behind each other. And the case pretty much involved a mother just having a hoarder house. Very, very, very um, deplorable living conditions. Mind you, she loved her children. She fed them. She did everything a mother was supposed to do. She just didn't keep her house clean. And so once the state stepped in, um, it's a wrap. So once the child protection worker referred me the case, then I go in and do home visits and work through the court process with the children to, try to get them reunited with their parents. That's the main goal. But what a lot of people don't know is once the kids are placed in foster care, whether it's with a relative or a foster home, it's a battle. Because, and I say this because you're the worker, you have the foster parents on one kid side, and then you have the biological parents or grandparents on the other side. And they pretty much go to war, sometimes forgetting about what's the main reason here, the children or the child. Um, so it kind of puts you like in a pickle because you have to go by, the code of ethics, rules and guidelines, and you pretty much cannot choose sides. I don't care if the parent was a child molester; they still have visitation rights where they are supervised, um, and you have to go with it whether you like it or not. So back to the case at hand. I had a case with 7 children, and they did eventually get reunited with their mom. But my role in the case was to show the mom how to literally clean her home because it was just, I mean, guys, everybody has seen hoarder. It was worse than that, like just filth. And I'm not being mean; I'm just keeping it 100. So, not only that, I had to teach her how to take care of herself, self care, how to bathe, how to smell and look presentable when you're in court, and all that good stuff. And it really opened my eyes because we automatically think that every grown person is supposed to know how to clean their house, keep their body up, etc. Right? But this case, like I said, that mother loves her children, they love her, but the home was very, very nasty. So we got all that taken care of. So within 6 months, she eventually got her children back, which is a good thing because we strive as social workers for reunification. Um, but when I became ill, um, I took off. I did a Family Medical Leave Act, and I took some time off, and it just gave me time to not only focus of my illness, I have fibromyalgia, by the way, um, but to reflect. And I realized then that I was just burned out. When you're working in the field of social work or any family, um, or any caseworker, or it's a lot. Your caseloads are overloading. At that time when I was working in field, I spent more time at the office than I did at home. And back then, my two daughters, who are now grown, they were missing me. So here it is. I'm trying to repair families, but I'm neglecting mine. So when I became ill, I just focused on me, and God gave me ideas to start my own business and to become an entrepreneur. So that's kind of how that route came. Even though I'm not working in the field right now, I am a LCSW. That's a licensed clinical social worker. I have to keep my credentials registered yearly with NASW, which I do. I still attend continuing training classes, keep everything up to par, um, because you have to if you want to stay registered. And I may go back and I may not. I'm just kind of like enjoying the freedom of being an entrepreneur right now. I really, really am. Now, with becoming an entrepreneur, you know, you got to hustle 10 times harder to make your money. Because when I was working with the state, I knew that check was coming every first and the 15th, no matter what. When you're an entrepreneur, you have slow days, you have fast days, you have no days. You can't spend your money as soon as you make it. You really, really have to save as an entrepreneur. And, in any case. But as a small boutique owner, I love it. Um, and again, I just love the freedom. I really, really do. I love the freedom of pretty much doing what I want to do and loving what I do. That's my passion. And I tell my girls all the time, they're now 19, and the oldest is a school teacher. Um, the 19-year-old, she's in nursing school right now. And the 24-year-old, she's a teacher. And when they were coming up, um, I didn't really pressure them with going to college. I just said, do what you love and do what you like. Whatever you do, have passion about it, because your passion is purpose. Your purpose will profit. And now my baby girl comes to me. She was like, "Ma, I only went to college because you went. You didn't pressure me, but I really want to become an entrepreneur." So, as she's a teacher right now, she's also a part-time entrepreneur, and she sells like candy treats, and she makes her own signature drinks. And she's doing pretty good. In fact, she told me, she was like, "I make more with my part-time job than I do with my teacher job." And in some cases, that can be true, because we all know teachers and social workers don't get paid a lot for all the hustle and the bustle that we go through. But I can say this: when I was working in the field as a social worker, I didn't make a lot of money, but I wasn't broke. So I'll say that. But you don't have to go to college or get a college degree to make money. It's proven every day. Just gave you a good example. Me working now full time as an entrepreneur, I make more money than I did as a social worker. And it's the truth. It has its pros and its cons, because like I said, on the 1st and 15th, that social work check coming off top. But as an entrepreneur, you never know. But you just can't give up. You got to strive. Just as much as you hustle on any job and you want to become an entrepreneur, hustle 10 times harder for yourself. Um, at this point, I don't know if I'll ever go back into field, because I do life coaching on the side as well. Because I am currently working on 7 streams of income. Right now, I'm at 3. Um, but who knows? Who knows? At this point, I would say no time soon. But getting close to retirement age, maybe. So, you got your 401k and all that good stuff too. But guess what? Now they have new insurance programs and stuff for entrepreneurs to get the same where I am now. The freedom, um, working for myself, having my own hours, having the freedom to get up and go when I want. If I want to take a trip, I can just get up and go. I don't have to worry about taking the time off from a job, waiting for it to get approved. No, when you work for yourself, you make your own rules and you can go when you want. But even as an entrepreneur, I'm still structured. Like, I don't just take off just because. On slow days, when the business is slow at the barbershop, which is mainly Sunday, well, the barbershop is closed on Sunday, Mondays, and Tuesdays. Those are my flex days. And so I'll do my dog walking gig, or I'll do my journal writing, or I'll just prepare myself for what I want to do next in career wise. This was my boutique. I eventually want to get my own building, um, and then I want to get a website. Just know you'll know when it's time to expand. So that's kind of where I am on that. But my message for Winning Women Wednesday today is do what you love to do. If you like picking up cans on the side of the road, do that. Sounds crazy, but you love it. So I get up every morning now, happy to get up, happy to be an entrepreneur. It was scary at first, but I did it afraid. I'm more free, less stressful, and I'm my own boss. So I love that part of being an entrepreneur. So do what you love and do it great. Y'all have a blessed day. Until next time, sunshine.